Just kidding. Cut that out.
That wasn't creepy. Oh my gosh.
People will love it.
Are you all ready for that?
Please don't make me do it 10 times.
It'd be so bad.
Yeah.
You can tell me to stop.
No, never.
Soon.
Oh,
Don't put that in there.
Don't cut that out.
Don't. Sorry, we can edit
Can we
this
please
out.
not cut that out?
No, let's cut that out. Jeez. It's okay. I'll do better. Sorry, Justin.
do it again.
I have no regrets.
I think it is exactly what we needed.
Welcome to another episode of Canokla Chatter.
I'm Leah.
And I'm Tim.
And today we sat down with Kimmy Hagar with Hagar Acres Farm to Home right here in Caldwell, Kansas, and all of the things that she is creating and some amazing future plans.
It was a great conversation. We're excited to spotlight Hagar Acres Farm to Home.
Thanks again for being here today and wearing your hat.
Thank you for having me, and you're welcome.
Could you tell us a little bit about the hat? Because you've told me the story. I know you have another one, and this is a new one, but
yes,
it's sentimental.
Yes, this is my older hat. So my daughter branded "Believe" on it with my bee because I like bees. I used to have 21 hives. We will again. They all froze this winter. I wasn't a very good beekeeper, apparently. So the band on it is from my great-grandmother who passed away in a tornado. The flower on it is from my son's wedding, and the eucalyptus is because I like herbs. The feather is from my animals at my house, and I just like it. It's just,
I love it.
It makes me feel safe.
Good. I love that. Do you want to tell us about your store, how you got started?
It's a long story.
Is that
we would love to hear the story about how your store came to be.
The farm to home store started because of my best friend Julia Stranad, who don't get in wrangles with her. She'll wrangle you into so many things, so many things. But I love her, and so the idea was to have a store where we could both sell our meat here in town, because I do pork and chicken and she does beef. And Susie, my daughter, Susie Wiley, wanted a bakery. So we were looking at different stores downtown, what have you, and couldn't find one that would suit all of our needs. And Bill, and I'm not going to try to say Bill's last name because there's just no way I can get it with it. It starts with an S.
Is it Schwarzfigure?
Sure. I'll go with that.
I think that's it.
Yeah. His wife, Vanya, posted on Facebook that they were going to sell what we call the Corvette building. Mm-hmm. So we went down there to look at the Corvette building. We loved it. It would work perfectly for a bakery. It's going to be great. And then Julia and I would just have a freezer to the side and we'd just sell meat because we thought it was that easy. It's not. It is not. Shook Mr. Bill's hand, walked out the door, and Christine Mayo got a hold of us about what used to be the bakery. Mm-hmm. And she said, hey, Leah Summeroff told us that you were wanting to open up a bakery. Yes, come down here. We're down here now. Are you in town? Yeah. So we went down there. Susie shook Christine's hand to lease the bakery down there. Mm-hmm. So then I had already told Mr. Bill that I would buy number 13, the Corvette building. So then we thought we'd put a youth center in there because we thought we needed a youth center.
I didn't know that.
Yep. And all this time I've had what's down at my store on my back porch because I kind of dabbled in it for many, many years. And my husband said, no, you're going to take this stuff off of our back porch and you're going to put it in a store. And Julia heard that, and Julia ran with it. And she
Good
thought,
idea,
you could do
husband.
this, and you could do this, and you could do this. So there's the honey, there's the beef, there's the pork, there's the chicken, there's the teas, there's the lotions, there's all the things.
Jellies, the jams.
Jellies, jams,
Breads.
jerky, breads.
Meals,
frozen meals. That was
Love
a Julia.
Those are good.
Because I'm like, Julia, those won't sell. Well, those meals pay for a lot of the stuff down there at Hagar Acres.
I think I don't know a better lasagna that I've had, honestly.
Thank you.
I
Appreciate
love
that.
it. it seems like you creeped kind of into it. You were, started at home and you went to the porch, then you explored buildings, and then Susie kind of threw a kink in it. Cause I never knew that she was going to be it was going to be all three of you together. I didn't know that.
Well, and Julia and I were just going to be little freezers. It wasn't going to be nothing like this. It was going to be, I was going to get days off. I was going to be able to sleep. And now I get up at 3:15 in the morning, and I help down at the bakery, and my night ends when I go home. I sleep between 1 and 3.
She's been at the store 10:30, 11.
I have to.
Driving by, she's in there.
Gotta
See the
get
little
stuff
kitchen
done.
light on back there.
Yeah, I get stuff done.
Do you, I don't know if this is the right term. Do you love it? Do you feel like this is exactly where you're supposed to be, or fulfilled, or like this is it? This is what you were meant for?
Yes, this is amazing. I'm tired most nights, but it's a good tired. I do take time off. I do quiet, and what have you. I do mental health for myself, what have you, because otherwise I would have gone crazy a long time ago.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
So I've known Kimmy for a while, but over this last year working with her on her labels, like her being so tired, sometimes you see people lose their passion or, like that sparkle in their eye for it. You have it.
Thanks.
You're always, every time I love going in there because I learn so much from you. I mean, you've let me see like the honey being spun down, and like, you've showed me all kinds of things that I wouldn't have been able to see before. So, and you're still passionate about that, and you showing somebody else that shows that you're always going to have that passion. And I just love that about you. So,
yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah.
Just gotta believe.
Yeah, believe.
Just gotta believe.
How many licenses do you have to have with what you sell down there?
Oh, so I think I carry 4 right now, and I'm applying for another one because we're looking at starting dog food.
Yes.
That's exciting.
So my kitchen has to be licensed. Then the pork has to be licensed. Then the beef has to be licensed. And then we have to take them to FDA licensed butcher places. That's not the right way to say that, but.
And your kitchen's industrial, considered industrial?
No, it's considered a commercial kitchen.
Okay.
Yep. Have to have that in order to sell the products on the floor. Yep.
What do you think is the most, or something that somebody would be the most surprised at being in your store here in Caldwell, Kansas? What item or?
Probably the extent of the teas and herbs and spices that we have. Because, we're adding to that daily.
Which I love the way you display those.
Yeah, that's
is
getting ready
great.
to change.
Oh,
It's
well,
gonna
I'll
be
love the next one too.
It's going to be awesome. Yes.
Honestly, you go in there, you can see anything, but it's really cool to take a moment to look at all of those different, because there's some things in there that you would never ever think about using, and then Kimmy can tell you all of the health benefits and what it can do for you. It's really neat.
So not only are the products holistic, but they're also, local, and they're also good for you. And I have no idea what you just said, Justin.
Oh.
What did you just tell me to say?
How good they're good for the environment.
Oh, good for the
Touch on
environment.
how we talked about the glass jars last night. And
Yes, because we want to do glass as much as possible. We can't do glass in everything. We just can't. The little old ladies are going to come in and they're going to be walking out with 20 pounds on each arm. It's not going to work. But we do try to make sure that things are BPA free and that we're not eating a bunch of microplastics and stuff like that. We are conscientious about that as much as we possibly can. I wish I could do more in my store if it was available to me. And maybe I need to be the availability and make it change.
Kimmy and I have even talked about making her own cardboard boxes to put her products in.
Yeah. Hey, if there's a way, there's a will.
Yeah.
Wow.
Done.
With the beeswax and recycled cardboard, just somehow to use that for something.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just is better for the environment. It's better for us as people, humans, what have you. And why not? If it's better, why not?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah, did we touch on when you were going through that extensive list, did you say lotions and
I have no idea what
body
I said.
products?
I have no clue.
Your tallows.
Yeah.
And
Tallow balm is a big thing right now, and we offer 4 different kinds. I'm getting ready to make a 5th, just because a lady is very specific with her needs, and she's allergic to certain things. So, and I will customize to an extent.
For those of us who don't know the tallows, what can they do?
When it was first brought to me, because I mean, I've always cooked with lard. I've always cooked with tallow. I've not put beef tallow on my face. I mean, if I've had a burn or something, I'd put it on my burn. But I had Tammy Thompson came up to me and she goes, "Kimmy, have you heard?" And I'm like, "I ain't doing that. That stinks." No. She's like, "Try it." I'm like, "No." And about the third time, I started looking into it, researching it, what have you. I have to filter it 3 times. You know, you have to use special ingredients. Frankincense is my most favorite, what have you. But I would have never have thought I would have gotten that smell out of there. And a lot of people add baking soda to their beef tallow so it won't smell. I don't want any other products in there other than what needs to be in there. So when you come down to Hagar Acres, you're not getting preservatives. You're not getting those parabens and stuff like that. It doesn't have a very long shelf life, but you know it's as pure as I can get it. So less ingredients is what I'd like to do as much as possible.
That's what I've liked about doing some of your labels is a lot of your ingredients it just says just peach
Yep.
or, just strawberries or something like that, because that's literally all you're putting in there. So
Yep.
I've loved seeing that.
Speaking of labels, do you know how many labels you've done? Because that's how many products are in your store?
There's 246 products in the store.
Wow.
Yes. And Can Okla has labeled 172.
Wow,
If I am
Tim,
correct.
failure. Why not
Failure?
more?
Little by little.
I'm just kidding.
You have to go little by little. Because it is
Tweaking
it's a big shock to Kimmy to let go of something. I'm kind of a control freak. And Tim comes in and he really does settle it down, because if otherwise I would have gone, no. Yeah. To do what I do, I cannot be out on the floor worried about labels that look good. That's going to look good on a website that, people are not going to buy something that doesn't look pretty.
Well, we had a discussion yesterday when I went in, and you said that just from the labels alone, your sales have,
Yes.
more
than doubled.
catching your
More than doubled. Yep.
Something people may not realize is we have this commercial printer down here, and it can do huge jobs, but it can also do small jobs in as quick of a turnaround, or that, how many products did you say you have? You're not ordering labels in bulk to be able to work with us and still make a profit. You're
Absolutely.
doing small batches.
Yes.
We also have,
No, you're fine.
we also have very talented graphic designers.
Yeah.
That,
How blessed are we?
yeah.
I mean, seriously, in a small town, as small as we are, to have Can Okla, who can label my products, to also put me on the internet, what have you. And I mean, the turnaround is super fast. Tim is so personable with it. Jamie is so awesome with it, and it just links up. I mean, why would we not utilize this?
Now's the perfect time to stop and take a short break and talk about our sponsor of this podcast, or really the part of Can Okla that we wanted to spotlight. And I think the perfect one would be Can Okla Business Solutions, because we've been talking about how we have our biggest customer here with the Can Okla Design Studio, where we are doing websites, web design. We have labels and commercial printing. We have all of your IT services. And we also have Tim.
Hey, as long as you have Tim, you're good.
Oh,
I know we do. That's what we strive for. That's why we have Tim. We want an awesome customer experience. We want people talking to people in person, or whether it's, chatting over text, or however you want to meet, or if it's Tim coming to you and really seeing your business so that we can get a feel for what you need. That's why we have Can Okla Business Solutions. So you did talk about the surprises you've encountered with the licenses. Have there been other parts of because you're a pro, of course, lots of years of experience of making and creating these products, but opening up your storefront, what other things have surprised you or challenged or made you uncomfortable?
So one of the things, and it kind of just happened yesterday, I had a young lady come in that is interested in what teas and tinctures can do for them. So many people don't realize that was our health that's the way that we lived many years ago. You know, we didn't have doctors, and if we had doctors, they were pulling herbs and spices and tinctures and concoctions, for lack of better terms, out of their bag. And here, that was your aspirin, that was your lotion, that was your burn treatment. And we're kind of reverting a little bit back to that. And it makes me so happy when somebody comes in and goes, Kimmy, that magnesium spray is amazing. Kimmy, that wild yam cream works so good. And it's awesome. I've been making wild yam cream for 6 years now. I've been using magnesium spray for 10. You know, it's just awesome to kind of share that with a community that is so open about it.
We've had conversations about that actually being like the biggest surprise.
Yeah.
Is that section of your store.
Yes.
Because you knew everything else was going to go really well. But
yeah.
Like your tallows and
yes.
I don't know if I'm repeating, but
you're fine.
But I know that's been the biggest.
You're right, Tim. I didn't think I'd break out that crazy down at the store, to be quite honest. I really thought it was just going to be beef, honey, pork, chicken, vegetables when they're in season, fruit when they're in season, maybe some jams and jellies and stuff like that. I really thought that's what the store was going to be. I think it was about the first month. I think it was my daughter or my son that came up to me and, hey, you've only got like 4 or 5 of your teas in there. What are you doing? What? You need to let people see this. And I didn't realize that people would be open about it. I really thought that I would be scrutinized or criticized for it and what have you. And then when I started bringing more and more of the teas and the herbs and the spices down there, people came in and were asking questions and stuff like that. And then when I started putting the tinctures out and when I started putting the lotions out, I just got more and more questions. So I really enjoy it.
Do you think that, because you said you were surprised about how open people were, do you think it's just the certain times that we're living in, everyone's getting tired of, like, I don't know, big pharma? Or is it that, they're online and seeing more, or they're just tired of getting the same stuff that they've been getting from, Walmart and all of those other stores, or that it's more hands-on?
I think it's a little bit of all of that. People are tired of, why do I have to take a pill for the rest of my life? Well, I shouldn't have to take a pill for the rest of my life. I thought this was supposed to fix it. Or, hey, there is something natural out there that's not going to hurt me, that's not going to kill my liver, or my stomach lining or what have you, and it will fix the problem, and I can stop taking it. Or even, hey, this is only going to cost, pennies on the dollar, opposed to now I have to send this into insurance, and now I have to do this and have to do that, and they didn't pay for it, and it's going to cost me $400. So, an alternative.
Not only did you create this and you've done so much research and learning, but years of using it. So, like, you are the first testimonial that anyone hears. And then, of course, just listening to you in this short conversation, you have mentioned all of these other people that have already seen these benefits, and you remember them.
Yeah.
And then you share their stories. And
I try.
People, people trust that, you are the expert.
I don't know about an expert,
Oh,
but I sure will find
she's
out.
humble.
she's amazing.
No. I'm not any expert, but I have a willingness and a want. I want to help people, and I will find an answer. If I can't find an answer, I'm going to tell you.
I think
Simple it is.
I think that's one of the biggest things is people know where it's coming from. It's very local. I mean, you're 8 miles from here?
I'm 16, actually.
16, okay.
16 miles.
So,
but if I can't get it, if I can't grow it, if I can't get it from a friend, then I'm going to find it, and it's going to be natural. It's going to be non-GMO. It's not going to be sprayed. It's going to be done the correct way, even if I have to spend a little bit more in order to obtain that.
Yeah. The other thing is Kimmy is almost a one-man show. I mean, one-woman show.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry. That's like whatever you're buying from her store that has Hagar's name on it, Kimmy's touched it.
Yeah.
She's basically the only one that has, she has help.
Again,
but
it's called control
yeah.
problems.
So, yeah.
It took me, 8 months to let Ken Okla do my labels, and it's been amazing. Yes, I want my hand in everything, because if I don't believe in the product, I'm not going to put it out there.
How many, because I know I've read different places or, partners that you've had or where you've sourced your, some of your ingredients from. I just was thinking about that community of people you have, of different growers and farmers, and how many do you think you've brought into your store?
Probably at least, probably 18 to 20.
Wow.
Different. And we're not talking about just in Kansas, just local here, what have you. I've got people as far away as, I think, Georgia, and Kansas City is about as far north as I go. I've got a friend over in Colorado. So, I mean, they're just all over.
That's a great network.
Yeah, it really is. Because I know I can just get online. Hey, friends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it does help. And what a tap that has been for me.
But it's not just like farmers that you have. Like, you also have other, like, you bring in local artists as well into your store, which I think is another great sell.
Yes. I try to have at least 10 vendors at all times in the store. That way they can sell their wares. We have, I don't know what those cups are called. My sister does
the tumblers?
Yeah, the tumblers and stuff. Those are pretty cool. My sister does that.
Does she do the knitting too? Or like the...
No, that's a Pam friend who is local. She does the knitting. Laura Ireland does some of the knitting, and also Andy McIntyre from Wellington does some of that.
Nice.
And then we have different woodworking. John Falkenberg does some of the woodworking, and Heather York does some of the woodworking as well. Not
to just overload her with compliments, because there is a limit.
Yeah.
But can we just talk about how, like, I'm sure you know this, but you are very humble and you kind of downplay things. What an amazing thing you've done for not just Caldwell, but this area and your family. Like, you have now redone 2 buildings on Main Street.
Oh, honey, we're not done.
I know. And then I was going to say, you've got those and you have purchased
2 others. And we've got to demo before we can build back, but it's coming. It's going to come. I don't care if I'm in there with a hammer and what have you, but the whole town's seen what we can do. So I just got to get some people behind me, and we'll get her done. But we took that bakery that Susie's in now from rags to riches in 5 months. And 2 of those months, we couldn't touch that building. So we did that in 3 months. And there was not really a we. There was my husband, Gene Hagar, and our son, Garrett Hagar, and then Susan's extended family really stepped up.
And that was from the ground up.
Yes, that was from the ground up.
The dirt.
We found fire damage, termite damage, water damage, every damage you could possibly find. We don't understand how it's still standing, but it looks amazing.
It is beautiful.
So give us the opportunity. And we plan on making Hagar Acres bigger than it is.
Is that the dream for the additional buildings that you have?
My dream or my plan next 5 years is we'll make Hagar Acres bigger than it is. We'll take 7 and 9, and we'll put the farm to home in there. We'll have an apothecary area, and then we'll have the farm area. And I've got it in my head. I know exactly how it's going to look. It's going to be amazing. Without Leah Summeroff, Hagar Acres does not exist, because she's an intricate part of this town.
She is.
It would not be what it is.
Can we just say she is the Leah?
Yes. She's
the Leah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'll stay over here on Canocla Leah, but she is the...
Yeah, this town, I'm sorry. I just, when I first met Leah, I did not realize what a little firecracker she is. And she has nothing but passion and heart for this town. And she is amazing. I mean, Hagar Acres Farm to Home would not be what it is without her. Susie's Bakery wouldn't be what it is without her. This town wouldn't be. I mean,
She takes so much time
she does.
on her own
Yes.
to promote the businesses in this town and
Yep.
to promote this town itself.
Yes.
I mean, Caldwell Caldwell residents, really, we love our town no matter what.
Yes.
But you take
Absolutely.
Leah and you take like our passion.
Yep.
And it's like to 100th degree.
Yep.
With Leah.
There's intricate pieces of the puzzle that you have to have, and Leah is one of them in order to make stuff work. And if we have Leah in our corner, we're going to get it done. Just give us a little bit of time.
We'll have to put a warning on the podcast for her not to listen to that because she will absolutely hate that.
Yeah.
That's
But
all
thank
right.
you, Leah. You deserve that.
If I have to sit here, Leah has to be spoken about. Sorry.
Just to go back, if people can't make it into your store, though, they can order online. And it is great.
Yep.
I'm so happy that you do that.
No, thank you. Hagar Acres Farm to Home.com. It's pretty simple. It's just the store's name. Got it.
Yeah, and that's Hagar, not Hagar.
Yeah, Hagar. Sorry.
I finally got that spelling or that pronunciation.
Well, if you were a little bit older, like I am, there used to be a comic strip called Hagar the Horrible. It's about a Viking.
Really?
Yeah. Spelled the same way.
I'll have to look it up.
But I think we talked about everything. Unless, do you think of anything else that you wanted to hit on?
Something else that I know we did touch on is how amazing our town is. You know, surrounding towns and stuff like that do not have the dynamics that we have. I mean, Brooke Keeney down there at the flower shop, and then Creative Studios. You know, we've got Sugar Sisters. That's rocking it. Rustic Longhorn, and then the vault downstairs. We've even got Marty down at the help me.
The Last Chance.
Last Chance. You know, Joanne's helping out down there. Is it Joanne, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe. Okay. I always want to make sure, because I'll try to call her something else, trying to figure out other people to shout out to. You know, I mean, we've even opened up the bunkhouse. That's awesome.
Yes.
And Debbie Kay, who's been here at the shooting gallery forever, and will snap your picture and make it look amazing. Who else has got this?
We have a momentum right now. Caldwell's on
Yes.
this.
We're on a roll.
Yeah, we really are.
We're on a roll. And grab on, because we got some other things coming.
We're a town of 1,100 people.
Yep.
We have a booming main street, and
Yeah.
it's very rare to see that. in
Well, we
any
have a
kind of rural
booming town.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Canocla, we have a school, we have a hospital. I mean, what more could you want?
And all like updated, beautiful,
Yeah,
it's great.
it is great. We've had people in the
Community
store that have come from Texas and what have you, and they're like, my gosh, this town's just amazing. And it is. It's got a rich, rich history. And I mean, when you have some of the leaders that we have in this town, I mean, how can you go wrong?
Well, Kimmy, it was great having you here today.
Thanks.
We really enjoyed talking about you and where you began and your store, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, and everything you guys do.
And please don't think this is the first and only time we have you on the podcast.
Wait, nobody told me about that.
Oh, just wait.
No.
We'll be going on. There's going to be things that you're going to need to come back and tell us and talk to us about.
When you do 7 and 9.
Maybe Ava will be old enough that she could be here now, and I don't.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could be down there.
That would, well, I was thinking Ava with you, but that would be really cute.
We
to
could
have
get
her.
you and Julia Sternad in here. That would be a good one.
Are you all ready for that?
That's why we started with you, so we could brush up.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Me and Julia, powerhouse. That's fun.
We're going to have to carve out some time.
Yes. Yes.
An afternoon,
Please do.
huh?
Yes, you will. It's good times.
Yes.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
Thank you
it
for
so
coming.
much.
Yes.